everybody. Hi. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from wherever you're listening to me today. So I'm still the same person. My name is Phoebe, also known as the Pedo. And today we'll be talking about something that easily affects children, something that we all need to be aware of and make changes if needed. And the topic of my video today is sudden infant death syndrome. Sudden infant death syndrome, that is SIDS. Okay, so what is sudden infant death syndrome? Sudden infant death syndrome is known as when a child suddenly dies, either from the sleep or we don't know the reason why they die. A child is just being rushed into the hospital, and then you're trying to take history and you're asking the mom, oh, what happened to this child? Has the child been sick? What happened? Is the child eating well? Can you state what really happened? And then mother is saying, no, the child just slept and then did not wake up. So that is sudden, and that is why it is known as sudden infant death syndrome. And this is basically seen in children between 1 month to 1 year of age. Okay, so now, what are the things that can cause SIDS in children? The first thing is positioning while sleeping. And that's just the first thing. A lot of times mom says, oh, my child does not like to sleep on their side, on their back. They prefer to sleep on the side or on their tummy. But it is advisable that the child is kept to sleep on their backs, because when they do this, it's easy for them to raise their head up and easy for them to breathe, while they are asleep, while they are deep asleep. Sometimes some of them tend to cease breathing, but when they are sleeping on their back, it's easy for them to easily lift their head up, and then they regain their normal consciousness and then they sleep back. So when you place your child on the back, it helps to prevent SID. I know some people will have to say that, oh, placing them on the tummy is good, but I'll say that you can have tummy times differently during the day. When your child is awake, you do tummy times. When your child is awake, you can see your child. You can easily, help the child to roll back to the back if the child is staying long on their side, or staying long on their tummy, because when they lie on the tummy, their nose is on the bed. All of we breathe in through the nose, and when the nose is on the bed, they can no longer breathe very well, and this can lead to death. So that is why positioning of your child when your child is about to sleep is very, very important, especially in children between the age of 1 month to 1 year old. Another thing that causes SID is when we don't allow our babies to sleep in a separate cot or in a separate bed. And the mothers will say, oh, I always love that my child will sleep in a separate bed, but it's not going to cooperate. The question I need to ask you is, when you gave birth to that child, did you start that process? So you don't wait till the child is a particular month before you start putting the child in a different cot. You can always put the child in a separate cot from birth. They have their own cot, they have their Moses basket, they have their own different bed that suits them. And you can always put that bed beside your own couple's bed. Okay, so this in a way too helps to prevent sudden infant death syndrome in babies. So because a couple bed, the husband will sleep, the wife will sleep, and a lot of times babies are put into the middle, and we can can sleep so deep sometimes that we don't even know what might have happened to the baby in the course of the night. So it's advisable that you allow babies to have their own cot. Okay, another thing that can also cause sudden infant death syndrome is exposures of baby to smoke or alcohol. Yes, I know some of our mothers, when they give birth to newborns, and they're like, want to know if this child is truly for the father, if this child is, their culture and traditions in their home. You see them put some of this alcohol in the mouth of the newborn, which is really, really bad. It can cause sudden infant death syndrome to the child. Okay, so babies must not be exposed to alcohol or smoke from cigarettes when they are still young. It may lead to death, unknown cause. Okay, and lastly, I like to talk about ensuring that our babies have their immunization and they are exclusively breastfed, as this can help prevent sudden infant death syndrome. I'm always big on exclusive breastfeeding because it is cheap, it's affordable, and it is readily available every time for our babies, and then our babies grow and develop well with it. With this, I've come to the end of my video. I like to read comments from you, and in case you want me to talk about something about children, you want to learn about something, kindly put it in the comments. I'll be reading through and you will hear from me soon. In case you have questions as regards this, you can drop it also in the comment section. Thank you. Bye bye.